What's going on, guys? This is going to be one of those videos where you ask me questions and I'm gonna try to answer them at the best of my knowledge. Although, you should be questioning my knowledge. Alright, so basically from time to time what I do, I collect all the questions that you guys send me via email, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. I try to put them all together so that I can answer them at once for everybody in a YouTube video. Actually, I want to ask you a favor. The next time that you have any questions, just get in touch via Instagram because it is easier for me. All the questions will be in one place and I'll be able to read them without having to go and chase them around. Anyway, I have quite a few questions for this week. Some of them are related to the archivist business. Some of them are related to like YouTube, some are like more personal questions. Let's just get started. Do you believe in do what you love and money will follow? There are a lot of phrases out there on the internet which are mainly like marketing phrases. You know, somebody writes this stuff and puts it out there and it becomes like marketing material. If I just look at this phrase and I say, is it enough for me to do what I love and then money will follow? In some cases, yes. In some other cases, no. It's like if I went to a nutritionist and the nutritionist said to me, eat what you love and you are going to lose weight. It's not gonna happen, you know? It's like I had to replace Coca-Cola with water when I went to the nutritionist, and that goes against, you know, do what you love. Let's talk about the 3D business. The thing that I enjoy the most making 3D is trying to test my abilities of making renders against pictures of existing buildings. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there isn't much application of that in the commercial world. Yes, I can teach some workshops and I can work for a company as a trainer. There isn't much money in this. Also, in order for me to keep my business running, there are so many activities that I have to do which I completely hate. Like, one of the things that I hate the most is flying. It seems weird because I go all around the places, but you know, I hate flying. I hate doing accounting. God, every like 3 months when I need to collect all my bills, I just hate it. You know, I look at my accounting software and I look at all the expenses and I know that I have to collect all the bills and I have to write everything that I bought, and sometimes I'm just like, I forget what it is and it drives me crazy, but I still have to do it in order for me to keep my business going, and it's definitely not something that I love. You do need to enjoy what you do in order for you to do it better, and on that I can agree, but there is a substantial difference, and I really hope that you understand that. At the end of the day, work will always be work. You can enjoy doing it, but it will always be work. So don't get fooled by these marketing things. Have you ever punched a client in the face? Nope. But I would love to. What is the best motivation for you to finish the work in time? That's a good question. I never thought of this. A deadline. You know, sometimes you might be working on a project and you might get stuck, and actually you will see that the only inspiration will come when the deadline is approaching. When you are really close to the deadline and you know that you're in the shit because you didn't manage to hand in your project, the deadline is the thing that will get your creative mojo going. A deadline is the creativity Viagra. Wow, this is beautiful. I should put it on a t-shirt. Can you make a video on how you get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time? This is a good question, but I'm not really sure if people that follow me on this channel might be interested in this aspect of making YouTube videos. The short answer to this question is you produce quality content and people will actually like it, watch it, share it, more people will join your channel, more people will subscribe. It took me 1.5 years whilst I was vlogging, trying to talk about the life of a designer from a very personal point of view, and in 1.5 years I managed to pull together probably 500 subscribers. When I started to put out content about the business side of design, I went from 500 to 1,000 subscribers in the matter of like 15 days. That was in December, I think. At the moment we are about 2,500 followers. So as you can see, once I understood what it was that people wanted to watch, I started to make more of it, and you know, subscribers kept following. Also, I was in the time where YouTube was changing and I was a lot shorter on the 4,000 hours of watch time. So what I did, I reached out to my community and I asked them to help me out with like watching my videos. And in a matter of 2 days, I got the 4,000 hours of watch time. What can you do to grow your channel more? Another YouTube related question, and I know that it's from the same person. Personally, I don't know. At the moment, I'm doing something that I enjoy. Not a lot of people from the 3D world are appreciating what I'm doing because they're more focused on the artistic side. Just something that I need to accept myself, because I know that people do this job mainly because of the making 3D, creating images, creating videos. And the business side of things really is only specific for a very small number of people. However, you know, I know that people enjoy what I do, so I'm gonna keep doing this, and if the channel will grow, it will be a little bonus. At the moment, I don't really think there is much that I can do to grow the channel other than making tutorials, but then again, it's not what I do here, you know, so how do you get your first clients as a freelancer? Okay, so I know this question comes from a guy from India. I've already addressed this question in a couple of videos, I think, one with Johannes Lindqvist, another one with Daniel Reuterswerd on how to get your first clients. But anyway, the short answer is, in the very beginning, you do not try to get clients, but you rather get studios to work for as a freelancer. Doing that, the studios will do the first screening and dealing with the aspect of, like, say, money or like managing deadlines and so on and so forth, so that you can concentrate on the artistic part. Otherwise, if you jump into freelancing without a lot of experience in dealing with clients, chances are you might get burned out very early in your career and you might fail, actually. I hope that helps. I really need people to understand that I'm not against freelancers. It's just that we need freelancers to know what they're doing when they go into the business. I'm for freelancers, but we need a much healthier freelance community. Can you tell us one thing you hate about your wife? Just don't show this to my wife. That hate, it's kind of a big word. There isn't really anything that I hate about my wife. Sometimes I just wish she were a little less lazy. Like the other day, she had to cut salami. All the knives were dirty and they were in the sink. So I go into the kitchen and I see her cutting the salami with a pizza wheel. I'm like, man, just wash the knives. Oh, so just because I'm a woman, now I should wash the knives? No, just because you need the knife, that's why you need to wash. I never win, but I love my wife. Can you tell me more about your morning routine with meditation? Okay, that's a very good question. Up to the beginning of May, I would have a very strict routine where I would meditate in the morning, and then I would listen to either an audiobook or a podcast, or I would read a book. Not the whole book, just little pieces. Like, you see, all the books that I have are all about marketing and strategies and sales and business and design. So it's not like I had to read the whole book. There were some parts that I needed, you know, for me to be able to consult my clients and also enrich my knowledge when it comes to writing scripts for videos. Then what happened is that I had a little bit of a downer time. And sometimes if you feel that you're nearing a burnout or a nervous breakdown, you need to ease the amount of information coming in and out of your head. When you focus so much on like growing your business and you try to achieve more, you kind of try to feed yourself with more information, but at the same time, your head becomes like full of all this information. And if sometimes reality doesn't match what you are learning on the books or what you are learning, say, in a podcast, you might get a little bit of a conflict inside. And what you need to do at that point is detox. So since the beginning of May, I started with a very long detox where I don't listen that much anymore to podcasts, maybe once a week. Books, I read very little parts when I'm like, you know, taking a break between jobs, but I don't force myself to do that anymore. I'll just let it happen organically. And that way I know that, you know, the information, I'm not like forcing the information inside my head, but I'm just like trying to assimilate it rather. And if I'm not in the mood, I simply don't do it anymore. Now I have replaced the meditation with like long walks. In the morning I get up at around 6:37, I take the dog downstairs, and then I go for a 1.5 hour long walk, which, you know, if you do it with a purpose, a long walk can isolate you and you can focus a little bit on your thoughts, and you can exercise a little bit your ability to keep a clear mind, if you like. It is working for me so far. I feel already a very big difference, so I took a very long break and that has worked. And very often when you do feel that you're hitting a wall or you're getting a nervous breakdown, you just need to allow yourself to take a little bit of time off. The dog has been on its own for like an hour. She just got stitches because, you know, we spayed her. Poor little thing, she was so sad. I'm gonna go and check on her. See you guys next time.